Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to talk about some awesome Gourmand fragrances that I think are perfect for spring. I've got 10 of them to share with you, but before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community, and let's get into this. I just quickly wanted to address my facial pain and stuff. Thank you so much for all of your concern. I was actually kind of shocked. I didn't mean to worry everyone. I just wanted people to know if I seemed less than normal enthusiastic, it was because I was feeling off. Now, I did, of course, go to the doctor, and they figure it's a mild version of Bell's palsy, which is actually what the chiropractor thought too. So I already knew that. But I wanted to see what the doctor had to say. I just had to wait until the weekend came, and I knew it was nothing super severe that I had to be worried about. So they've put me on a treatment. I'm not sure if it'll do much good because it's been quite a while since my first symptoms, but nevertheless, we'll try that. Plus, they're sending me for a CT just to rule out anything more nefarious, but it's fine. And it's a very, very mild case of Bell's palsy. So I don't have any drooping or anything like that. It's a spectrum. So yeah, so I've got lots of numbness, tingling, but no real drooping, probably because I exercise these smile muscles so often. Anyway, thank you for your concern. It's all good. So moving forward. So talking about gourmands, the thing is that we all love gourmands so much, but so often they're too heavy for spring and summer. So they feel too thick or cloying for the warmer weather. So I wanted to give you 10 that really work well. I'm going to actually start with probably the heaviest one in a way, and that is Sugar Leather by Unui Nomad. It's delicate and airy enough that you could wear it all year round. This would work really great in the summers, I would say, as more of an evening fragrance. The body of the fragrance is sugary, sweet vanilla, but with this hit of leather. So what it reminds me of is if you had some sort of a slightly leather candy and you spun it into cotton candy. So it's this sugary, slight hint of leather that feels almost like lace. That's what this is. So somehow it's airy enough, and it's light enough, and it's delicate enough that although it's quite gourmand with that leather kick, obviously leather isn't really a gourmand note, but if leather could be candy, this would be it. So I think it's a great fragrance. Definitely kind of gives you that warm, sweet, slightly spicy kick without it being overbearing, too thick, or cloying for the warmer weather. The next one that I think would work well in the warmer weather is Les de Biscuit by Chabot. This one may be a little bit too thick if you live somewhere really hot, but it's a light enough fragrance that although you get that cookies and cream, like it does smell like biscuits and milk, even though you get that feel, it's again not too thick and cloying. This is an eau de toilette, so it's definitely on the lighter side, so it's not going to be too heavy. So I think it would work fine. And yeah, smells like biscuits and milk, basically. Like I'm thinking like a golden Oreo. That's kind of what this smells like. So really enjoy this one. It's super cozy, but it's not too much. Another one actually would be Clinique's Cookies and Cream. It smells kind of similar. And I certainly don't think that that would be too much for the spring and summer. So yeah. The next fragrance that I have to mention, I absolutely love it, and it is Mandorlo di Sicilia by Acqua di Parma. This is such a delicious fragrance. It's got almond anise, orange bergamot, white peach, ylang ylang, jasmine, vanilla, balsam, white musk, and cedar. What it smells like to me is kind of a little bit of a citrus root beer. And I love it. It's airy, it's fresh, it's sparkling, and it's one of my faves. I definitely need to get it because I think about Mandorlo di Sicilia more often, I think, than any other fragrance. Like, I'm always thinking about it because it's so good, but I haven't bought it yet. It's reasonably priced too. It lasts about 6 hours, but it's just fun to wear. And like, if root beer is too sweet, I find it gross. I only like drinking A&W root beer. I really like that. I don't like any other root beer. I think they're disgusting, but A&W, love drinking it. But I love the smell of Mandorlo de Sicilia. It's happy, it's refreshing, it's energizing, and perfect for spring. Another one that is kind of in that same family is Frank Bouclet's Vanille. It's got grapefruit, lime, and cardamom in the opening, and then caramel and ginger in the mid. There's other notes plus vanilla. But what it smells like is like a sweetened, lemony version of Coca-Cola. So again, it's kind of sparkling and effervescent and a perfect vanilla Coke. Like, it almost smells like a vanilla shake, but not that milky. So I love that fragrance. I think it's a perfect vanilla for summer especially. So for those warm weather things, if you want to smell a little bit like a Coca-Cola, lemony Coca-Cola, that one's perfect. So both Mandorla de Sicilia and Frank Bouclet's Vanille are kind of effervescent Coke and root beer fragrances, which are super fun. Next fragrance is Princess by Killian. Now this is marshmallow ginger matcha tea, definitely powdery. I think there's maybe some peach or something in here. It's powdery, it's sweet, it's kind of a little bit fluffy, and absolutely delicious. Now this you could wear all year round. In spring, for sure you could wear this. In the summer, it may be a little bit much, so maybe better for the evenings in the summer. That's what I like about some of these, is that honestly, they're year-round gourmands. So, you know, that makes it a little more versatile. So Killian Princess, it's so sweet, delicious, fluffy, powdery, yummy goodness, kind of cozy, love it. Next fragrance is Zucchero Filato by Kais Perfumes. Now this is basically cotton candy. It's cotton candy, spun sugar, and red berries. And that's basically what you get. It smells like cotton candy. So it's light, effervescent, something that you could definitely wear in the warmer weather, but this one is also really fun to pair with other fragrances. So if you want a little bit of a sugary kick, this is a perfect fragrance because basically it smells like pink cotton candy. So like pairing it with anything really is just going to amp up the sweetness. And interestingly, even though this is like totally linear, I really enjoy it on its own. So it's great on its own, but it's also great for layering. So Zucchero Filato by Kais Perfumes. Next gourmand that's perfect is Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana. The primary note that just is delicious in this is candied lemon. And so I don't really consider this fruity, even though it's got lemon, or citrus, because it's such a sweet candied feel in the lemon. This also has panna cotta. It's got some rum, there's orange blossom, and of course vanilla. Now this definitely is the most floral gourmand, I would say, out of all of the ones I'm mentioning, but it definitely still does have that gourmand feel. So it smells like a candied lemon with some sort of a creamy, like the panna cotta feel. It's a great description because it smells like kind of a candied lemon panna cotta feel. Just delicious. The orange blossom is present. It's yummy, it's zesty, it's vibrant, and just gorgeous. Being I'm talking vanillas, I have to mention Burberry Goddess. This, for the most part, is straight up vanilla, but it has cacao, ginger, and lavender. When you first put on the fragrance, you just get vanilla for the most part and a hint of lavender. It smells to me almost like a lavender cookie would be the feel that I get. So the lavender is definitely underneath that vanilla. I just think it's such a beautiful, lovely, light vanilla fragrance for spring and summer. Again, you could wear this all year round, but it's not gonna be too cloying. Some vanillas just get so thick. Like for instance, Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli, I would never wear that in the spring and summer. That is fall, winter only. Something like this is all year round, but definitely beautiful in the spring and summer. It's gonna feel relaxing. It's gonna feel cozy. Yeah, this just smells like warm summer air somewhere in the Mediterranean where you're getting a hint of lavender on the wind. Love it. This next one is, like, I should have said these are all year round gourmands, because really most of them are. This one is no exception. It is Dolce Amalfi by Xerjoff. This I associate with summer because that's when I first smelt it. I don't know what it is about this, but it's just gorgeous. It's got so many notes in it. It's got quince and apple as far as like fruits are concerned. There's saffron in here. There's cardamom, tolu balsam, cloves, vanilla. Somehow it just smells like a slightly juicy, fruity, weird caramel. I don't know. It just smells happy. It smells like the color of this bottle, I guess, in a way. So happy, so sweet. It smells a little bit like juicy fruit gum, that kind of feel. Really mouth-watering. It's vibrant, it's energizing, and I love it. It's fun to wear, and somehow it smells like a vacation to me. So lots of kind of almost caramely feels, especially with the spices that are in there, but then with that fruit, it just feels bright and kind of like a party. Love this fragrance. Now, the last fragrance I want to talk about is The Chronic by Byron Perfume. It's got raspberry, whipped cream, melon, and pear in the opening. It doesn't come across like overly raspberry. I was kind of hoping it would smell like raspberry. But you know ambrosia, where you have like the fruits kind of mixed into whipped cream and kind of a yogurty whipped cream situation? That's what this smells like. So it's fluffy, it's fruity, it smells relaxing, but it's still like really quite sweet. There's some spices, sandalwood, patchouli, musk, but primarily I'm getting those opening notes. So that kind of slightly lactonic, fluffy feel with those three fruits. And I just imagine them cut up and kind of covered in whipped cream. That's kind of the feel. So I would say maybe I get more of the melon, but it's not like super duper cantaloupe smelling, if that makes sense. So just kind of fruity, but then also whipped creamy feel, kind of fluffy somehow, slightly powdery as well. Just fun and delicious, and definitely, even though it's got the fruit, it doesn't come across as fruity, specifically because of that whipped cream and the spices being in there. It feels a little bit more gourmand than fruity, if that makes sense. So this is a fantastic kind of light, airy, whipped creamy fruit situation, like a fruit salad with whipped cream. Love it. And that is it. Those are my fantastic gourmands for spring and summer. What about you? What are your favorites? Please leave them in the comments. I would love to know. And also, if you've tried any of these fragrances, please weigh in. I would love to hear about it. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you soon.